Alright everyone, I'm Grant, also known as Humble Assassin, and we are back with some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're going to be checking out Legacy of the First Blade, Episode 2, Shadow Heritage. It's been a long time since I played Assassin's Creed or done really any recordings, but I'm back guys. I'm going to try and do some more recordings. I'm going to try and get my girlfriend involved in a couple of recordings, but yeah, it's good to be back, and hopefully you guys tune in and check out some of my new videos.
There he is.
We're going to be doing a lot of cleanup videos. Started Days Gone, hopefully get that on the channel. I know it's not brand new, like a brand new game, but hopefully I'll get some fairly new content coming in pretty soon. But let's start off this episode 2 of Legacy of the First Blade.
Darius, do you ever rest?
After Macedonia, after the Huntsman, nowhere in the Greek world will ever be safe. Not for us. We can never rest. We can never stop running.
No home, no connections. Sounds like a lonely life.
But it's still life, Cassandra. And the alternative? Better a lonely life than no life at all.
Will Natakas join us?
That's why I sent the note.
Trouble?
We came to Achaea seeking a ship bound for distant shores. A simple plan, but like so many simple plans,
It got complicated.
that fleet is bound for Patre. It's not the first. Something there is not right. Relentless military patrols, naval blockades. Natakas went to secure us a boat out, but he hasn't returned.
You must have some idea about what happened to Natakas.
He's smart, knows to keep to the shadows. With this much military power stationed in Achaea, he's more likely hiding than...
He's out there, Darius. What do you think is going on here?
something big. Natakas may have learned more about what's happening there. It could be the Order.
All the more reason to find him. Natakas won't be hard to find.
He took that road to Patre.
Then that's where we start.
Follow me.
Ooh. I've done it from higher.
Hey! Hey,
Of
you!
course.
You on the roof!
Yes?
That's not your roof!
You're right.
Follow me!
Yeah, I got my heart.
Something happened to Natakas between here and Patre. We must find him.
We will, Darius. We will.
Not very realistic horse, but then again I used to have a unicorn, right? Oh, that's really birdie, lady.
After Macedonia, but before here, what were you and Natakas doing?
Surviving.
Sounds boring.
You were hoping I would entertain you with grand tales from my legendary adventures?
Well, yes.
We've kept to the shadows, stayed away from people. Dawn is safe, Cassandra. Adventure is not.
And the path splits. These weapons belong to a soldier, not Natakas.
Keep looking.
Heavy armor and blood, but no body.
Natakas must have been in a hurry to leave such a mess.
Darius, there is no sign of Natakas. Just supplies and military equipment.
He's staying out of sight. Good. Cassandra, over here. A path leading up to the mountains. Let's go.
Wait, buddy.
How are you so sure Natakas went this way?
Sometimes you have to look further and think harder. There were guards at the bridge. Didn't you see? It
Yeah,
was
I
too
know.
exposed. Natakas would know better.
Takas, where are you hiding?
I can see that.
Cut them down, Cassandra.
Working on it.
We can't
Don't need to outrun them. Violence!
How about this? Ooh, it feels good to fight again.
Not exactly a warm welcome to Patre. And they'll love us.
What the heck is Darius doing? Oh, he's keeping pace now. You slow coach.
Cassandra, over here.
They're searching for something.
Look at their body language. They want blood.
They'll get it.
So do I.
We need a plan. If Natakas is hiding here, he could be drawn into heavy battle.
If we move quietly, we can pick off the guards one by one.
A wise plan, Eagle Bearer.
Wise plan, but
Clear the
doesn't
perimeter.
always go the way I
Quietly.
want.
Be fast, be silent. Quietly, Eagle Bearer. You take that one. I'll take this one. This kid's mine. Good kill.
attack us.
Natakas.
Cassandra,
Told you we'd meet again. Trust me, I said.
it must be hard for you being right all the time.
It's a burden I do my best to bear.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Cassandra.
And I'm glad to see you. When I heard you might be in trouble,
You jumped on your horse and raced to the rescue?
I'm not sure you needed rescuing.
Still.
My son.
There's something else.
We need to find my mother.
There are still people who need our help. People who have been stranded in Archaea. The soldiers took them to a fort, not far from here.
I'll go there now.
More soldiers could come looking. If we leave the bodies out here, it may attract unwanted attention.
I'll gather the others while you hide the bodies. The stranded people are at the fort, on top of the cliff. Return safely.
Bring my mother back to me, please.
I should go to the fort. I see them.
Easy peasy. Into the storm we go. Still under the yeah, Shadow Heritage. Still, I don't want to. I mean, it's not going to get that soon, but fall into episode 3 because obviously I didn't keep up with the missions. I could just fall into episode 3 and not even notice. What's the big apostrophe about? Very sneaky.
What the? Did I see something? Better find out what that was. What?
Run! The others are down the mountain.
Oh, thank Zeus! And you!
Thanks, Zeus! Oh, and you, yeah, kind of helped a little bit. Yeah, no worries.
A man with yellow eyes, hard to miss.
I told you. I saw no one matching that description.
Don't lie to me.
Very nice what you will.
How about the Mystios?
Ready yourself!
Get to the bottom of the mountain. There's people there.
She looks like she could be important to the story. idea what that apostrophe is all about. Or two. Oh, this one. The crazy thing about this game, I remember, is there's like no fall damage. It's really weird. I believe. Maybe they've like changed it now. Nope, no they haven't. Yeah, I feel like that woman's gonna have something to do with it, like a main speaking part in it.
We've been in Achaia too long. The Order will catch up with us soon.
People need our
Oh no, it was just a general woman. I thought it was something special.
Mater!
My child, you're safe. Thank Zeus.
Cassandra, you're back.
You're the Misthios who saved us. Thank you.
Thought so.
I'm Kleta.
Yeah, knew it.
I'm sheltering the stranded in Vura, a village not far from here. I've been in Achaia for a long time, but something has changed. A dangerous presence is closing in.
What do you know?
Everyone in Achaia knows the Tempest. She's the most ruthless commander to ever sail the Aegean. No one's faced her unlived. And her rage. Poseidon himself fears her. I house those who can't escape the Tempest's wrath in my village. But I can't stay here forever. The harbor is closed. Soldiers are combing the area looking. I'm working on a plan to get them out of Achaia. If you can help, Misthios, come find me in Vura.
Okay.
She knows more than she's saying.
It doesn't matter. The Order is here. Amorges and the rest will not forgive our actions in Macedonia. Amorges will not forget the huntsman's death at the hand of a tainted one. His cunning is sharper than any blade. He may already be here, observing us, learning from our movements, from our choices, discovering our weaknesses.
The stranded people come from both foreign lands and all over the Greek world. Merchants, farmers, sailors, families. They're being imprisoned and interrogated. They're being asked about Macedonia. These people are suffering because the Order is looking for us. These people need our help. We have to do something. Isn't this what we're fighting for? Aren't they worth the risk?
We can't save them. Not if the Tempest is still strong. We need to hit her hard. It's the only way to get the stranded people home.
We should get started.
Where will you start?
Patre is overflowing with the Tempest forces. I'll look for leads there about the closed harbor, and maybe more about the Tempest herself.
That woman, Klita.
There's more to the Tempest tale than she's telling, but she needs help. The people in Bura need help. They could do with someone like you.
Then I'll pay her a visit. Your father sure knows how to make an exit. Where did he go?
He's been following up on some leads in Patre. Look for him in the hull of a ship near the Patre harbor. He's made a small hideout there.
Against the three of us, the Tempest doesn't stand a chance. We'll break her. And then, you'll be free to leave the Greek world forever.
I'll go to the harbor and track down the Tempest.
She can't be the only Order member in Achaia. I'll keep an eye out for the others.
See you soon, Cassandra.
You will.
Okay, so this one's all about taking out a woman named the Tempest. So we've had the Hunter, and now we're on to the Tempest. Legacy of the First Blade, Episode 2, Shadow Heritage.
I could find Darius and Atakas in Padre, or I could look for Cleta in Bura.
All the decisions, my friends, the decisions. So we have more cult leaders, I am assuming. So they've all been dealt with. Now we have this. Oh, I haven't got many. So I see. Interesting. Eelberry, parted ways after some dire events and the effects linger even as we continue to move. Look above when you are in the western village of Assassins, you'll find me there. That's just the message he sent us. Let's put our next quest on, shall we? What are we gonna do then? Ooh, there's a little quest. Chasing the storm. It's the closest one. I'll go to this one. Closest one. Doesn't even have a fast travel point. Oh no, hold on. There we go. Ah. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so these are my side quests. More of the thank you Mystios one. Really? On the grapevine. I'm sure we did so many quests called Thank You Mystios. So sure we did. No, they were Thank You Malaka. Ooh, I did get a new hammer. So I'm gonna put on this just to try it out. It's bad boy. Oh damn! That's a pretty powerful, scary looking hammer.
A small alleyway. Here, Cleta.
Mystios, you came. Thanks to you, these people are safe.
Call me Cassandra. Looks like the stranded people are settling in well.
Resources are scarce, but we make do with what we have. These people have nowhere to go. Marooned, alone, far from home. I try to provide them a little bit of comfort.
It's normal to be uncomfortable. Better even. That's a principle of Spartan training. It's how they become such fierce warriors.
You remind me of my daughter. She was always aspiring to be better, to be great.
We all have things about ourselves that could be improved.
These people will have to be their best selves if they're going to escape with the Tempest. Her forces are monitoring the ships in and out of Achaea, and their control over the island is growing stronger every day. We need to get them out of here. Will you help me, Cassandra?
I'll help. What do I need to do?
Follow me.
Leaving Achaea is not going to be easy, but I've spoken to a few of the stranded and we've come up with a plan. Find Dorondas. He's overlooking the fields. He'll have more information about this.
Yeah, no. They were thank you Malaka. This is thank you Mystios. So they are different.
When do you
Thought I
think
recognised
we'll
them
go
though.
home?
They've flown away. Ah, Amisthios. Tell me, is there anything more beautiful than this? The calm, the peace, the comfort of a simple life.
The idea of settling down is like a dream to me. I seem to go from one problem to the next.
In that case, welcome to Vora.
What brings you to Achaea?
I've traveled across many seas, Mystios. The blockade posed my journey as a merchant, but Cleta gave me a place to stay. When you've been through as much as I have, when you've weathered the most horrific and turbulent storms, you start to appreciate the simple joys in life. Like Vora. A place I could call home. I fear these quiet times won't last.
All peace is hard-earned. It should be treasured.
My sentiments exactly.
Cleta sent me to you. She said you lost your ships.
Indeed. We are in troubling times, Mystios. Achaea is growing more dangerous by the day, and we need to escape while we can. I've discussed the plan at length with Cleta.
Keep looking!
Guards.
They've upped their patrols.
I caught their attention at the fort. They're looking for more stranded.
We mustn't let them disrupt our peace, Mystios. Deal with them quietly if you can. I'll get Cleta and the rest to higher ground.
If I can.
Stop them
Otherwise,
before they get to the village. Another one.
Remember what happened at the fort.
Ow! Ow!
Not for long.
I'll make quick work of you.
I want you more!
Take long.
That was a terrible...
Let me bring you release.
Apologise.
You are a demigod. You won't let...
More guards. On horseback.
That was a mistake! The gods must be keeping you alive! They're giving away! Ha! She's got that!
Pretty good. Defense. Defense.
Mistias, you prevailed.
Thank you, Cassandra. I knew they were on the move, but I didn't think it would be so soon. We need to set our plan in motion.
Tell me what needs to be done.
We need a mode of transport across the Aegean. The ships we came in were taken when we arrived in Vora by the foreman of the docks.
Perhaps we can strike a deal with the foreman to get them back.
I have the time to
take
help you now.
In that case, we should bring you up to speed on the foreman situation.
I'm listening.
He's quite a character. I've heard rumors that he frequents a tavern in Bellini and drinks as if to endlessly worship Dionysos. Word is, he doesn't take well to mercenaries.
I can get people to like me.
I'm sure you have your ways, Mistias.
I don't think you'll fit on that
My
boat.
daughter. She always loved the water. As a girl, she always wanted to steer when we rode out to sea. As she got older... I've never stopped wondering if she will come back to me.
Tell me more about your daughter.
As a child, she was unusually strong. People would say her goals and ambitions soared far beyond the norm. Her strength wasn't the only thing. Her temper matched that of Poseidon in a storm.
Do you have any idea where your daughter went?
She left without a word. Every day I yearned for her return. I sometimes think I've lost her for good.
Why do I feel like she's the Tempest? Can't be right, that'd be too obvious. It's her daughter.
There must be a reason why you're telling me about your daughter.
My Fila. She captains the Skilla now.
Your daughter is the Tempest?
It's
Oh
been
my
years
God.
since I've heard from her.
That wasn't obvious.
I pushed her too much, too far. And now it feels like I've pushed her away forever.
She's an adult now. She makes her own choices. Don't blame yourself.
Now isn't the time to dwell on the past. Orondas needs our help. I'll go to Bellini and make myself useful. Here, Cassandra.
I should get to Bellini.
God, these storylines get a little bit too predictable, right? Throwing these guys a safe passage. Give them their boats back.
More wine! Here's the man we're looking for, Mistios. Here! Here, my friend!
I recognize you. I took your ships, didn't I? At the docks!
We've come to get those ships back.
Why would be my first question. But then I realized I don't really care. Because you're a Mistios! Let bygones be bygones, my friend. We drink! Except for the mercenary. Now, sail away from me! All right, you can't.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm sure a smart man like you knows when to make a useful friend. If you help me, I'll help you.
Helping you would cost more than my left arm. If I am to risk incurring the Tempest's wrath, there should be a sizable benefit for me. I heard valuables can be found at Shipwreck Cove, not far from here. Or I could always use more drachmi. You can buy wine with drachmi.
I'll take a look around Shipwreck Cove for the valuables.
Remember, Mistios, I don't take trash! I got a lot!
Take a fat lift in a minute. Money, but it's going aboard, right? I'm gonna have a look around with some looty only.
There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Here it is. Found it.
I think I found my looty.
I see it. Found it.
Right, Dove Knocker. Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
Got me killed all wet. Four-legged sculpture. Okay, one more to go.
Hey, come here! You! Die!
Oh, why did I pick up the silly item? Hercules action figure. Hercules.
They should be enough.
Mountain. Oh, that was weird. Whenever you go in water, your horse pushes you off. Never really understood that. Alright, brains. How about now, huh?
Mistios, you're back.
You have the valuables I want.
I found what you wanted at Shipwreck Cove.
Ha ha ha! Splendid! Hand it over. This will do.
A deal's a deal.
I never go back on my word. Only a dishonorable Malakas will break an oath. I'll give you your ships back. But good luck getting past the Tempest. Just take a good look outside at all those wrecks, Mistios. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thanks to you, Mistios, we have what we need. Now, we...
Horondas, Cassandra.
Who are these fellas, huh?
Mistios, no need for bloodshed. I just need you to come quietly, please. Releasing the stranded people has angered the Tempest. Someone just needs to take responsibility and everyone will be fine.
Yeah, sure, it's fine, I'll go with them.
Take me then. They have nothing to do with this. I'm the one you're after.
Oh. Could have gone straight to the Tempest.
We have done enough. There's no need to escalate this further. Promise me that you will see our plan through to the end.
Of course.
Did you do all this? This destruction, all this ruin? It's painful to watch. It feels like she's becoming someone I don't know.
No matter what happens, blood is blood. She's still your daughter.
Parents always believe in their children, as foolish as that may be. I should have stopped her sooner, stopped her from joining the Order. I should have. When the time comes to face the Tempest, I feel... What will you do, Cassandra?
Butcher.
I'll do my best to bring her back.
I was so proud of her. I don't think I ever told her that. There are still so many things I wish I had said. I should go help the rest. We'll meet up in Patre when we're ready. Thank you, Cassandra, for everything.
Cozy dying battle. Off to meet Darius in his little hidey hole on a boat. Lucky I don't have any arrows, chicken. Ooh, I see you. The hiding spot's quite open.
Getting ready for something?
Good. You're finally here.
You mentioned something big is about to happen in Achaea.
I've heard that the Tempest chief engineer is developing a new weapon.
A new weapon? That can't be good for us.
He's trying to flee Achaea.
If he does want to escape, maybe we can convince him to help us defeat the Tempest.
He's attending the shipbuilding symposium at the amphitheater here in Achaea.
I can head over to the amphitheater now.
There seems to be a discussion about a plan. A secret weapon for the Tempest. The chief engineer should have more information about it.
Sounds easy enough.
The answer to the code word, I am Poseidon's chosen.
Sure.
The chief engineer is amongst the attendees. Seek him out.
That blade means a lot to you. Where does it come from?
I forged it myself. But it's more than a blade to me. It's a choice.
It takes skill to get so close to a target.
That's the point.
What do you know about the Tempest? She must have been planted by Amorges.
I'm not familiar with the Tempest, but I wouldn't put anything past Amorges. He's only ever had one thing on his mind. Lasting prosperity for Persia.
No matter the price. What convinced you to help the stranded people, Darius?
Natakis' heart is in the right place, and I want to encourage that. But the moment we're done, we're leaving the Greek world for good.
I'll head to the amphitheater now and find the chief engineer. The chief engineer is here. But I don't know exactly who it is. Should be easy enough. The code word is, I am Poseidon's chosen. This looks like the place Darius mentioned.
I do not speak of the paths you have all traveled to be here, though I thank you for coming. I speak of...
I am Poseidon's chosen.
Right, and I'm Mira's harlot.
What?
What do you mean, what? Go away. I'm trying to pay attention here.
Sorry, lady.
Reflect upon that ancient duty of which, with all modesty, we have become master.
I am Poseidon's...
Idiot.
What?
You're not his chosen, you're his idiot. I could hear you from here, pestering people. Who told you about me?
A friend of mine has been asking around about you. We heard you want to flee Achaea, and we can help with that.
Such freely offered help often comes with a hidden cost.
Not this time. I promise.
Well, if the Tempest had sent you, I'd be dead by now.
I need a way to defeat her. Like this weapon I've heard about.
The Chimera's breath. My greatest creation, but also my greatest regret. I left before they could force me to complete it. Without my finishing touches, it will never work as intended.
Tell me more about this secret weapon. What does it do?
It's meant to engulf enemy ships in a torrent of flames. And it works extremely well. Installation is the tricky part, though. If done incorrectly, it backfires. Horribly.
You worked with the Tempest. What can you tell me about her?
She's a ruthless, emotionless creature. But the scariest part about her is her strategic brilliance. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more perfect commander.
You said you want out of Achaea. Do you have a plan?
The only way out is through the Tempest. Trust me, I've exhausted every other option I can think of. That's my wife up there. And now I've put her life at risk too.
You're taking a big risk by sharing your secrets with me.
No. I'm betting on you to destroy the Tempest for me. Get your hands on the plans, and I can install the Chimera's breath on your ship. With it, you can destroy her entire fleet. I must do something to right this wrong.
the Chimera's breath is as powerful as you say it is, it would be helpful.
Once I'm done with your ship, it will crush the Skilla.
So, how do I get the plans?
The Tempest's fleet commander has them. He's manning the naval blockade. While you're gone, I'll get to work. The plans are written in a code that only I can read. So even when we have them, it'll take some time.
I'll meet you back here when I'm done.
Good. I was wondering how we could clear the blockade.
I'll take
Sneaky
care of...
little fella. Oh, you... How do you do it, man? The first ever assassin, I swear. That's what still blows my mind, that like, she isn't even an assassin, she's a mercenary. And this basically has nothing to do with assassins, and nor does her origins, like, just, they were Magi that started the assassin. This one, nothing, absolutely nothing to do with assassins. Just the fact that they're like, using artifacts of the ancients.
Priorities, stay close! You're finished!
Weapon plans for the Chimera's breath. Time to head back to the amphitheater.
Easy peasy. I feel like old eye patch is gonna have killed his wife or something.
No! No! They must have found the engineer. Only he could decipher the weapon plan.
Look, boys! First the runaway engineer and now the eagle bearer. Aren't we lucky?
Lucky isn't the word I'd use.
My man!
Oh, look who decided to show up just in time.
Kill them! Kill them both!
I want you.
You're dead, Mr.
You! Get back!
It's pretty tough. Oh, you're an ancient, you see. That's why you're a bit of a tough boy. Who are you then? Megacreon the Unbreakable. Megacreon despised talkers. He'd watched the Greek world consume itself with empty prattle, falling into endless debate and war. When an argumentative noble threw an arrogant final challenge at him, Megacreon answered with his sword. There had been no more debate after that. His superiors hadn't understood and banished him, but the Tempest understood and welcomed him into the order. Okay. my butt.
The Tempest is more shrewd and careful than we expected.
I'm sure his eyes move then.
We should warn the others. They might be in danger too. I'll have Arnavas take a look at the plans. In any case, we shouldn't linger here.
Back to the shadows then.
Let's do a look what this code says. I'm gonna see if I can find this fella. Seen at Loiros Fortress. Where's a Loiros Fortress? See if we can find this Order of the Ancients, and then we're going to call it a session. Two Order of the Ancients in one session out of 4. Well, 5 if you include the leader, but 4 no ranking guys. It's pretty decent if I find that. Yeah, this is where it's said to come, right? The ancient was seen at the Aloyros fortress in Assassins. Aloyros. I'm assuming it's the leader then, right? Maybe. Well, let's climb my butt up the fortress, shall we? All about the more fights you get into, your mercenary bar goes up. How cool would it be to be able to just free climb like this? Climb, Gil, climb! Okay, that's two down. Okay, it's going to be the leader then. That's my best idea anyway. Who's my ancient clue then?
Now that's weird.
Ah, here it is. formidable is at sea near Poseidon's Wrath. I have a gift for you. I recently scuttled another fleet on the rocks near our cove. This one, fat and juicy. We salvaged the lot, and I'm sending 3 ships of the unspoiled wood and fittings for your shipyard. Use them. The blockade has increased traffic past our cove threefold. Do not forget the Eagle Bearer. The Tempest is serious about this one.
The oceans are as wide as the world, but I've yet to find my equal upon them.
Just me looking for trouble again.
Just die!
Mark you. Yeah. I see you, baby. Shaking that old ass of yours, I'm coming to get you. Where we go? What's that? Go to the boat. Do not ask me why I picked up the wood. I did not need it, but I will. Geez, let's get our butts out to sea. See what we can see. Powerful ship ever made. See just how formidable he is. Go. Alright troops, we're gonna charge straight into this fella.
Going to chance to reload! We are pulling up to that salvage! The target falls! They're speeding up for a hit, Commander!
Yeah, here we go. Listen a while. Brother Farman, brothers and get him! That'll do. Oh. Okay. Wind stinging his face and salt white on his beard, Nestor shouted his jubilation into the storm. Another vanquished opponent tipped and sank beneath the dark Aegean waves. Nestor had burned his youth marauding across the oceans of Greece. With each victory he had felt less. Then the Tempest spoke to him of the glory of the Greek warships and the Order's plans. He was perhaps their easiest convert. Is that the one I read before? Then we can check out this one. That's what we're going to call it, a session. So we got here, your shipwrecks cover the coast. I see why the Tempest spoke so highly of you. I know you are loath to set foot on land, but the time approaches when we must turn our attention to strategy and the Eagle Bearer. Find me in Pallene when you are done having your fun.
What we cannot win openly, we'll seize secretly.
She's right there. She's right there, guys. But we're gonna do that one next time. I hope you enjoyed this return to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Legacy of the First Blade, Episode 2, Shadow Heritage. If you have, please like and subscribe. What's there to say? Put it in that comment section below. I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!